Support for WXAV 88.3 FM and WXAV.com is being provided by Bookies, new and used books. Bookies is an independent bookstore located at 10324 Southwestern Avenue in Chicago. They have a collection of new and used books and accept book trade-ins and donations. More information is available at bookieschicago.com and on Instagram at bookieschicago.
Support for WXAV 88.3 FM and WXAV.com is provided by Northwest Community Credit Union. Northwest Community Credit Union is located on campus inside the Graham School of Management and offers financial services for the St. Xavier community. Services include student credit cards, student loans, and other financial resources. More information is available at nwccu.com.
This is a WXAV 773 Sounds podcast, introducing you to the best local bands in the Chicagoland area.
Hi, this is Peter Kreten with 773 Sounds here on the WXAV 88.3 FM Chicago, your escape from ordinary radio. And I am really excited for this week's featured artist of the week because there's so few artists today that are able to capture the pure magic of pop music. I'm talking pop music from the 70s. I'm talking pop music from the 80s. I'm talking pop music from the 90s. There's just a wonderful, rich melody to her music. And as soon as I listened to it, it just blew me away with how great it was. And I'm delighted to say that I have Reva K on with us. Reva, how are you today?
I'm doing good, Peter. Thank you for the compliments. My God, you're making me blush here.
Oh, no, it's just me speaking the truth here. So I always like to start these interviews kind of going back to the beginning. How did you kind of first discover music? And then how did you kind of realize that you wanted to be a musician?
Yeah, so I first started listening to like music through my parents, my dad. Specifically, my dad is a huge Beatles fan, and that would always be on in the car. And then when I was 8, that's when I started playing guitar. I actually remember I went to a toy store with my grandma and my mom, and there was like a toy drum set and a toy guitar, and I was looking at those. I was probably like, I don't know, 6 years old, maybe 5 years old, and I was like, whatever instrument I pick today, that's going to be the one. And I picked the toy guitar, and I was really serious about it, apparently, because I'm still playing. So that's when I first started playing. Yes, is 8 years old.
Wow, that's amazing. And what a beautiful memory going with your family members and finding the guitar and making such a big choice for you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Now, I gotta ask, because I am a diehard Beatles fan, and it sounds like your dad is as well, too. Did you then develop a love of the Beatles then from listening to the music?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that I love that they do, and they're such a good example of it, is making great pop music that's just simple. Like,
yeah,
you know, part of it is because of the recording technology that they had at the time, but those songs are like long lasting and it's so minimal. And I think that's when you have that like backbone of just quality arrangements and melodies, like that's something that I always go back to.
And you can really hear all of that in your music, which is so wonderful. And I'm kind of curious how you do your songwriting approach. Do you usually start with melody? Like, are you playing the piano and then you get a rhythm going, or is it lyrics first for you?
It's almost never lyrics first. I think the melody is the most important thing. And what I usually do is I start working in like my DAW Logic, like where I record stuff. I start there right away, and I always like to have a beat, just not like a final drum or anything, but just something that I grab from Logic, and I start playing over that with either synths or guitar, and So it's not really a strict starting point at all. I just kind of go into the whole thing because I'm trying to like find the mood of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's interesting. The mood of it all. Now, the song that we've been playing a lot on 773 Sounds is In Too Deep, which you actually just released a great music video for back in March. Can you kind of walk me through what it was like writing that song and then also creating the really fun music video for it?
That song it actually had a really interesting starting point because this has never happened before when I've written. It was a different song that I had written, different melody, and I was listening to it and I was kind of like thinking this is like half good, like it's like 50%.
Yeah.
So what I did was I muted the vocals, the original melody, like completely different song, and I had the guitar track up and I was playing the guitar track and I started coming up with synth ideas, and the synth hook in the chorus is what kind of got me started on that song, and that was in the verse and then in the chorus, and then the melody for the chorus came right after that, and that happened very fast, and then like the rest of it I did maybe the next day. I always pay attention to the songs that happen fast when I make them, because they usually tend to be the ones that are the catchiest, the ones that make it out to the world. I think a lot of people might say the same thing, but I've heard that before, and I find it true. So,
why do you think it is? Do you think it's just you're in a moment, or you're struck by lightning? Why do you think that is?
That's a really good question. I think one, you're not overthinking it when it happens quickly, and music it's an emotional thing, and I find that like the more time I spend working on a song trying to like get it to do something, the more it just goes downhill, like worse and worse and worse. And for that reason too, like I'm not somebody who will sit and like write every day constantly, like trying to force out ideas. I think forcing the ideas is one of the worst things for me in my process. And when you love a song too, you know, you're so quick to hook onto it. You hear something on the radio and you're just like, oh my God, I love that song. It's pretty instantaneous. So not that there aren't songs that, you know, I've grown to love many songs as well, but
as we all have, yeah.
I'm always looking for those songs where it's just like I'm walking in a grocery store and I hear something on the speakers and I'm just like, I stop and I'm like, what is that song? That's the kind of feel that I want to put out there.
Now, for you, because it seems like it's such a personal expression of yourself when you're writing your music and composing it, what kind of inspires you? Like, what are some of your musical inspirations?
I mean, it's day-to-day life, things I observe and things I have experienced with my friends. That's really what the album that I'm putting out on the 29th, Welcome to 20-something, like that is based off of my experiences and my friends' experiences in our 20s, growing up during the 2020s when like there's all this hectic stuff going on in the world constantly, like almost every day you turn the TV on and it's something like big, unfortunately most of the time horrifying, and there's all that kind of external like turmoil going on, and at the same time the 20s are like characterized as a very chaotic time as well, just personally in an individual's life, like trying to figure out who you are, how you fit in the world, like you're this baby adult, people are telling you what to do, they have expectations, you're trying to figure out what you want, and it feels like it's harder and harder to be young these days in this world.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, as someone in his 40s, I feel the same struggle that you have with this like overwhelming feeling all the time where it's like an overload. And, I think that's one thing that's interesting about your new record, well, your debut album that will be coming out in May 29th, Welcome to 20-something. It seems like it's almost like a whole processing moment for you on this album.
Yes, that's a really good way to put it.
Now, for you, I mean, I've never recorded. I would love to be a musician. I'm not. But how cool is it where it's like it's gone from your head or your heart, and now you're seeing like that finished product. You're going to see something that you have created going out into the world. I mean, that's got to be just an amazing experience for you as a creative.
It is. It's unreal, like, because of especially like how long it takes to get to the finished product. I get so close to it while working on it. Like, it's for the most part me doing most of the the production, the writing, most of the recording, and the design work as well. And I'm just so like, it's just me and the art in the room. And it's weird at first when it becomes this finished product, because I feel kind of empty a little bit. Like, it feels like it's like, this is my friend. Like, I don't know. Maybe that sounds weird, but
no, it doesn't sound weird at all. I mean, it's literally something that you've created that is so important to you that you've been living with, and now it's that baby bird flying the nest. It's going out into the world.
And then when I hear it out there, I see like Shazams and people adding it to playlists and everything. It's mind blowing. It's really mind blowing. And to hear people's reactions and experiences with it. I mean, somebody the other day told me she was driving on some road in Oklahoma and she loved In Too Deep, and she was like playing it on repeat for 20 minutes. And I'm
wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And not only that, so far away.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm here with Reva K here on 773 Sounds. Now, Reva, if people want to find you on social media or online, where can they go and find you and give you a follow? Yeah,
so I spend most of my time on Instagram, probably too much time. It's at Reva K Music, so that's spelled REVAK Music. And then it's the same handle on all the other platforms, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all that good stuff. And then you can check out my website. It's therevolution.com. So like revolution, but spelled with an REVA Lucian. Yeah.
I love the name. I have your website pulled up and that. Now, the new album is coming out May 29th. It's going to be available on Spotify. It's also going to be on Apple Music. Now, it seems like, you did majority of all the production and recording and everything. With that whole experience, what were some of your takeaways that you learned about either yourself or just the general recording process?
I would say that I learned that I need to, most importantly, take breaks when I'm working on it, because I get into this tunnel of hearing the same thing over and over again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh my God, this sucks. This is so bad. And then like 2 days later, I'll be like, okay, I'm not going to listen to this. 2 days later, I come back and I'll be like, oh, this is fine. What am I talking about? One of the things that like I've really learned from making the music on my own is to sort of like commit to the song. Like because it's so easy to just be like, oh, like I don't like this today. Like I don't think this is going well, and just trash it. But that doesn't really help you get things done. And getting things done is a big it's a big thing when you're creative, because it's always like, I could add this, I could add that, I'm going to change this, So I think that like committing to the song is a big thing. And then knowing when it's done enough, like, because there's never going to be like a perfect done moment. I kind of have to listen to it, and I have to be like, is this checking off all my boxes? Is this conveying what I want it to convey? And just most of all, like realizing that like it's not going to be perfect. Like there is no song in this world is perfect, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Like otherwise you're getting into like AI. So
yeah. Oh, let's not get into AI. It's much better having that human art being created and everything.
Yeah.
Now you have a couple shows coming up later on this year. Your album release show is actually going to be at Opus on Saturday, June 27th. And it looks like you got a show October 9th at the Apricot Vintage. For those who have never had the opportunity to see you perform live, what can they expect?
They can expect somebody who gets really nervous to play, giving it her all. So what I've actually started doing, which is kind of a new thing, is I used to play just acoustic guitar and vocals, or like electric and vocals. And I did that for years, and I always felt like I couldn't really showcase my sound and like what I can do, because I'd always get people coming up to me and being like, oh, like, so you're like a singer-songwriter, like that's what you do. And I'm always like, not really. Like if you listen to the music, you'd be pretty surprised. So for a long time, I was kind of like hesitant to do this, but my friend convinced me it was cool, because he told me that, the band Spoon?
Oh, yes, yes.
So he told me that the singer, when he was starting out, he didn't have a band, and he would take a boombox and play the track and play guitar and sing over it. So like using a backing track.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, if he can do it and he's cool, like I'm allowed to do that too. So I have recently started playing with a backing track, synth, electric guitar, and my vocals. And it feels like a little bit of a circus, because I'm like, press this button at this time and do that and this. And it's worth it though, because I feel better about being able to convey my sound to people. And I'm also somebody who just kind of likes to be like in the technology and wires and everything. So it honestly kind of like makes me feel better having all that stuff around me in terms of like being on stage.
Gotcha.
Rather than just like, oh, it's just me and my guitar and everyone's just staring at me and like, that's it. Like kind of creates like a little bit more protection for me. Like maybe it's just, I'm just making this up maybe to make myself feel good. But
no, it sounds like you got a good system to kind of give you that self-confidence and everything.
Yeah.
But just to tell you, you are cool. Never question that. You're a great musician. I mean, it's always remember that.
Thank you.
So that kind of leads me actually into my final question I have for you. And that's about the local music scene. Even before COVID, being a local musician or an unsigned artist is always such a challenge. And the internet has made it easy, but it's also made it harder because you have services like Spotify or Pandora that it makes it a lot harder to find those unsigned musicians because you're just getting refed the same bands over and over and over again. So do you have any advice for anyone who's listening that they feel like they're a creative, they feel like they want to start this journey to become a local musician? Anything you would share to them to help them begin that process or to encourage them to give it a go?
I could probably give like an hour speech about this, because I've been doing this for a long time and I've definitely had my ups and downs with it. The biggest thing I would say is, at the end of the day, like, listen to yourself and make your own path, because there's a lot of people out there who will say that they have the answer, and, you know, a lot of like marketing tricks and this and that. And not that they're all totally like fake or wrong, but there is no like one answer. Like, there's nobody out there who is going to tell you how to get where you want to be, because every single artist's journey is very different. Mm-hmm. And what I've had to do, which has been the thing that works, is just like pull different strategies and create my own strategy that fits my brand, like my vision, where I want to go.
Yeah.
So I would say don't ever let anybody just kind of like lead you blindly into, you know, Hollywood.
Yeah.
And what else? I would say definitely find ways to collaborate. And I think that when people say collaborate, you know, the first thing they think of is like, oh, like jam with other musicians and stuff. And like that's good. Like that, if that works for you, if you're looking for, you know, a co-writer or a band or whatever. But also I think people should, like, you know, you can collaborate with companies too. That's what I've been doing for you know, the past couple of years. And they've been really supportive. Like they helped me get my name out there, and I can also help them in terms of, you know, I'm talking about like music companies. I'm talking about like, go to your favorite restaurant, like see how you can collaborate with them. And that's such a good way to get your name out there, because yeah, like Spotify and Apple Music and the algorithm, they're not going to help you. But, you know, these are real people out there, real companies that do want to support. So those would probably be my 2 tips. Yeah.
Those are great tips. And I really like that building community connection right there, because I think that's something that we need more of right now. Again, I'm here with Reva K. One final time, Reva, if people want to give you a follow on social media or check out your website, where can they go to find you?
Yes. So the website is www.therevolution.com. And Instagram is going to be at Reva K Music, REVAK Music.
Reva, thank you so much.
Thank you, Peter. Really appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you for listening to this WXAV 773 Sounds podcast. For more information on 773 Sounds, please visit our website, wxav.com.